We're live.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is March Art Madness, round one, day one. My name is Jay Odin, and I am going to be your host today. As you can see, this is the Saturday AM new designed website. Thanks to Mitch Proctor, he did a fantastic job, and we're gonna go through it a little bit while I talk about what Saturday AM is. In case you don't know, we are the world's most diverse manga brand. We have several different creators from all around the world featuring characters that represent people from around the world, and we have different magazines that cater to different audiences. Saturday AM being our flagship is more shonen. I'll get into that as the as the show goes on. We have Saturday PM, which is our Sinin brand. Again, I'll get into more of that later. And we also have Saturday Brunch. We're up to issue 6 on this. Issue 144 on AM and 16 on PM. And we also have another brand, which is in another website called Pilot Manga, and it's called Saturday Afternoon. Again, I'll be talking about more of that throughout the entire show, but I want to now switch gears to March Art Madness and talk about this gigantic tournament that we have been doing every year since I believe 2015. It's before I've been here, so it's excuse me if I'm wrong on that. I apologize, but I'm pretty sure we've been doing this for every single year since 2015. And in case you don't know, it is the world's biggest art tournament, fan art tournament. We have creators and artists from again around the world. This year is no exception, and in fact, this year is the biggest March Art Madness, diverse like creator. Like they're from the most countries this year, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure I'll be corrected on that as we go on, but I'm pretty positive that this year has been the biggest and the most surprising, honestly, in my opinion. But yeah, we are. This is March Art Madness. We have usually in the past had broken up each team into a popular title, but this year we have decided to actually break it up into different magazine brands. Saturday AM, like I said earlier, is our Shonen brand. It is think Shonen Jump, but we just have, like I said, creators from all around the world. It is very action packed. My series Hammer is actually inside of Saturday AM, and luckily we have actually been partnering up with another company called Quarto, which I'll be talking about throughout the entire show. But because of that, inside of Saturday AM, several different books from this brand will be coming out later on this year. Again, I'll go through all that as we continue, but we also have Saturday PM, which is our seinen brand. It's a little bit more adult. It features creators again from all around the world. But these are more adult situations. They're a little bit more seriously toned stories. I believe we have one artist from Saturday PM among us today. I'll introduce him later on. We have Saturday Brunch, which is geared more towards our female and LGBTQ audience. This is a magazine that we started a few years ago, and I can't believe it was a few years ago. It's like a blink of an eye, and like I said, we're about to actually release issue 7 very soon, so keep an eye out for that. And then we also have Saturday Afternoon, which is again, it's kind of like our Saturday AM brand, but there's a lot more titles. It's more of web comic based. When you go to pilotmanga.com, you can actually read different series from all of our creators that are just amazing. I've rambled on enough. I'm gonna introduce some of the people inside of our team and let them tell you about their series. And let's first start off with let's go to Pop Sule.
Hello, hello, hello.
How's it going, Pop? Why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Pop Sule. It's the same on Instagram, PAPSOULEYE. You can find me there. I'm right now doing my master's at Yale in sculpture. I'm making a giant peanut. and I've almost completed it. It's really exciting.
This peanut is amazingly huge.
It's so big.
Very big. How long did it take you to make this peanut? Just give the audience.
Like 6 months basically.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
And
longest project.
follow him on Instagram so you can see this giant peanut. He'll probably post something about it. I'm sure.
I will.
And also check out Oblivion Rouge. This volume 1 comes out later on this year. You want to tell them about your story a little bit?
Yeah, so Oblivion Rouge follows the story of Umi in this fantastic world uh, in this continent called the Kafuri, and there is a virus called the Loop that takes over, and there are two factions fighting each other, one the Hakinen and one the Hells, and it's just this like fantastic battle between them. And yeah, I'd love for y'all to check that out. I'm like really excited about working on this. Like it's like a dream for real. Like making it come alive, and so happy to be here to share it with y'all.
This series is awesome. You can actually read, I believe, the latest chapter in the latest issue that just came out in Saturday PM. So definitely go check that out on our app. I'll show you a little bit more of those links later on. But we're gonna go to the next creator. Thank you, Pop, by the way.
Yep. Thank you.
To our next creator, which is Morgan Walker. Why don't you tell them about Soulbeat, Morgan?
I like how you hesitated. You didn't know what my last name was.
I knew what your last name was. It's dramatic effect.
Dramatic pause. Gotcha. So, okay, I'm Morgan Walker. I'm not going to school or making peanuts, but after hearing that, I feel like I missed my calling in life. That sounds amazing. No, so I work in an architectural firm in Indianapolis. When I'm not doing that, I'm working on Soulbeat, which is a comic in Saturday AM magazine. It's about a character named Dante Alphonse who's trying to escape the forces of evil who are after his soul, and it's about his adventures trying to save his soul and change his fate, pretty much.
This series is amazingly drawn, and it's like told like it's very paced very well. I'm tripping over my words how awesome this thing is.
I'm glad you say that. Frederick doesn't seem to think so. We have to call him out. But I don't know. I don't know if the real hell exists, but editorial hell certainly does.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And trust me, I've been told things about Hammer, so it's fine. I'm sure all of us have. That's first off for everybody that's out there that wants to join Saturday AM one day. Yes, you have editors, people that try to make your story better. It sucks, and it's also amazing at the same time. So
yeah, it's a fantastic experience. I will say, I appreciate what you said about Soulbeat, but I promise you, book 1, which will eventually come out, I promise, it's on the books, will certainly be much improved from what people have seen so far. So I'm really looking forward to actually getting that done and joining people like Jay and White and the rest of the team and getting their books eventually published through Quarto.
Yeah, I can't wait to read it. And I totally understand. There's so many corrections and things that I've had to do for my series as well. But we'll get into that later. That is Morgan Walker, everybody. Again, she's amazing. You can read some of her series inside of Saturday AM on our app. We're gonna go to the next artist, one of the newest artists. I don't think he has a page. Does he have a page? Yes, he does. Here it is. We're gonna go to Didi Mark. Why don't you introduce yourself, man?
Hello, I am Didi Mark. I'm currently in hell. I'm in college. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, I'm about to graduate college actually, and yeah, I'm the author of Metal Souls. I'm the new guy.
This series is epic. It's only on chapter 2. I love it, man. This is awesome. Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
It's his comic actually debuted in as a one shot inside of the 2020, 2021. Which one was it? I think it was 2021, right? Last year?
2021, I think, yeah.
Yeah, last year's Summer of Manga, which, we'll have our lovely Jackie Rindy. She's going to, explain what Saturday Manga is later on in the show. But, as a cliff note, basically it's another type of contest that we have where, people get to submit a short story of theirs. And Metal Souls was one of the most popular, and now it is a series, and I am super looking forward to every issue. You can read this in the latest 2 issues, 143 and also 144. So definitely check that out on our app today. And I see White here. Is White here? Our giant superstar. This dude is the creator of Apple Black. Why don't you introduce yourself, man? I'm sure everybody already knows you, but I mean, if you can talk, I'm not sure if you actually are able
Hey,
to.
hey guys, hey guys. This superstar thing. Yeah, everybody keeps hitting me with hitting me with it. It's too much. It's too much. Too much pressure, yo. Uh, hey guys. Glad to be joining y'all. March Art Madness this year seems to be the biggest, best, and the fan art has been really amazing so far. So I highly recommend you guys go to the website and go vote at saturday-am.com slash madness and check out everybody's great artwork that we will be going through here as well. I'm the creator of Apple Black and Bukasi, published and serialized in Saturday AM and PM respectively. And you can check out Apple Black's Volume 1 and Volume 2 available for pre-order, along with all the other books that are available for pre-order, including Pop Sule's Oblivion Rouge. And if you go to the website right there at the top of graphic novels, you'll be able to see all this stuff and check it all out. So I'm excited to see and go through the entries with you guys about the amazing stuff that we have for this year's March Art Madness.
Yes, yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. Definitely go check out our graphic novels. Like I said earlier, we partnered up with Quarto, and thanks to them, we have a graphic novel line coming out later on this year. It's going to start off with Apple Black, Hammer, Saigami, and How to Draw Diverse Manga, which comes out June 7th. I cannot wait. I'm super excited. But after that, every month after that, we're going to be releasing a title. It's going to be Oblivion Rouge next, then Massively Multiplayer World of Ghosts, then Titan King, and then Yellow Stringer. And I believe if you go to the Quarto website, you can actually order Volume 2 of Apple Black as well as also Apple Hammer Volume 2. These are all up for pre-order right now. Definitely go check it out, because if you do, you can get a trading card, which we will be talking about a little bit more throughout the entire show. But we're gonna have one more person introduce herself, and if I've missed any any more announcements, I'm sure she'll correct me. She's this is Jackie Rindy. She is the coordinator for not only Saturday Con. She's one of the coordinators from Saturday Con. She did a fantastic job there, and she's done a fantastic job, setting all this up as well. Jackie, why don't you, go ahead and introduce yourself, and then we'll get this party started.
Hi guys, yeah, my name is Jackie, and I'm helping kind of run this tournament along with Fred. And what I do in the company, I work in the social media department. So I help promote the company with social media posts, and I also work with outside businesses on projects. I work on events like this for you guys. So yeah, I'm here. Today I'm actually going to be representing our CEO, Frederick Jones. He is currently away right now at a wedding, but he has provided me all of his votes for this live review show. So my votes will be representing Fred and his thoughts. So just wanted to go ahead and throw that out there right now, in case you guys wanted to know.
I also want to give a shout out to Fred. In case no one knows, he says this in pretty much every video that he's ever in. He is the CEO of Saturday AM, founder and CEO. If it wasn't for his vision of creating Saturday AM and putting us all together, finding White and Raymond and all these other awesome people to come and do this constantly. Like, I can't tell you how much work goes into everything that we're doing. Even as I talk, there's other things that need to get done, and the fact that we have a team, that's together, and it's all basically thanks to Fred. It's awesome, and I'm really happy and excited to be inside AM. So I just want to give a shout out to him. I know he couldn't be here today. I assume he's going to be on one of these as a host, probably in the near future. But definitely. Shout out to him. Thanks again. Sorry, Jackie, for interrupting.
Oh no,
You can
you're good.
explain more if I'm missing anything.
You're good. You're good. I guess Fred will he'll probably be open next week for round two. So he'll probably be able to jump on a review show next week. But as far as like other announcements and stuff go, If you guys aren't aware, our grand prize is an Apple iPad Pro, brand new with a pencil, and we'll be giving it away to the first prize winner of this competition. There, they will. Oh my, I'm sorry, my English is bad today. There's going to be other prizes that we'll be giving away as well, like smaller prizes, and we'll be giving it away to anyone in this competition who we thought their art was fantastic. We'll give you like a condolence prize. And this includes everyone from round one as well. So, those of you who don't make it to round two, just remember that, there's still a chance you could get a prize. So, that's kind of one of the things that's really cool about this event. On another note, um, like I mentioned briefly before, we will be having more live review shows. This specific show is going to be covering Team Saturday AM and Saturday PM. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to have another live review show, and that's going to be covering Team Saturday Brunch and Team Saturday Afternoon. So, if you guys enjoy watching this, be sure to hop on tomorrow to watch our next show. But I think that's pretty much it for me.
All right. Well, without further ado, we're gonna hop in on this. This is Team Saturday AM, round one. The theme was top female video game characters. Now, guys, I am gonna be brutally honest with you. There are a lot of these characters that I did not recognize, so I apologize in advance for me not being hip with the times and video games and all that. I work a lot. However, I'd also like to point out that and to get the favor of the judges, for everybody that is participating, to get the favor of the judges, pick a character that's popular. So that way we know who it is, and then we can judge a little bit better of whether or not you did a fantastic job or a booty job. So yeah, that came out wrong, but whatever.
You guys,
yeah. Say
oh,
what?
oh, I was also gonna say, if you guys are watching this live on the YouTube stream, you could comment below in the comment section. If we don't know what your art is, just comment below, what it is, and I'll jump in and say it out loud here. So.
Yes, Jackie is on it today. The first one we're gonna go to is I might be mispronouncing. Also, I just want to apologize. I'm definitely gonna mispronounce these on accident. But just a heads up. I believe this is Clumosity. All right, so Clumosity, we're gonna be going over your image today. We're gonna have the first two artists are gonna be David Daniels and Morgan Walker. I'm gonna talk to you, David Daniels, right now. Tell me what you think about this piece, man.
Yeah. So I'm looking at it and I'm liking what I'm seeing. The anatomy is great. I like that there's foreshortening. I can see there's like a neon green on her palm and like foot area. So there's something glowing in front of her. As for the backgrounds, I can't complain. Uh, I'm gonna try my best to be nice. So those are the nice things that I have to say. Yeah.
All right, Morgan.
Well, if David is good cop, I'm going to be bad cop. Although I do agree that the anatomy is very good. I love the pose. I easily recognizable as Chin Lee, even though I'm not a Street Fighter, savant at all. The green does bother me a little bit because I don't really know what it's coming from. So to me, it just seems kind of a little extra or distracting because I don't know if it's part of her powers or not. And then the text for me, whatever this the symbols that they put, I don't know if they could have done something a little more stylistic with it to seem more intentional, but it just seems kind of tacked on and almost could have done without that. But otherwise, again, a really strong piece. I agree. The backgrounds and the coloring and all of that is fantastic.
All right, nice. I I think this piece is okay. I like the clouds in the background. Those are like my favorite part, honestly. Just that the one cloud all the way to the left, just the way it was blended, it looks really cool. I like the background in terms of it just being blocks. I like the gradients. It stands out and it feels like a dusk type of scene, like like the sun's going down. Like it looks really cool. I like that aspect, a lot of it. The green does kind of off put me. It kind of makes me think if she's fighting, like, I don't know, a man out of kryptonite or something. But it's posed very well. I like the line art. I think that looks really cool. I like the extra detail as well. So all in all, I think this piece is, pretty good. We're gonna go to the next one. We're gonna have the same two artists talk about it, and we'll switch it up to another artist on the next piece. But this one, let's start with Morgan.
So I still don't know who this character is because I think Jackie had listed all the video games, and I'm still not sure which one this was from. But regardless, I think it's a really interesting piece. There's just a lot going on with these different effects, and that's a bit distracting. The background, I just don't think that was quite as intentional. It just seems like something they added at the last minute to add depth. It would have been nice to see that carried out throughout the rest of the piece, or um, maybe something a little more intentional with what's going on in the foreground with this character. But I do like the line work. I think that's really strong. And again, the anatomy looks really good. It's an interesting pose that they did, and it came out well.
All right, David.
Yeah, I certainly see the risk with the perspective. I can say it's done well. Anatomy wise, looks pretty good. There's some foreshortening, although it's not done very well. It's still commendable. The background, though, I gotta admit, if I did this, I would have probably done something with the background. It's a little just too empty for me. But otherwise, overall, good job.
Yeah, I want to agree. The background, it puts it off for me. I think her. I understand that this is, a foreshortened pose, but it looks like her torso is like really really long. It's a lot longer than her legs anyway. And like I said, it just kind of throws me off on that. I love, however, all of the detail. There's so many things on this piece. As I'm looking around, like, I'm catching a unicorn symbol on her axe. There are, bunch of different like little trinkets, hanging from her other gun. There's a lot that went into this, and I like the detail, but the background and the foreshortening kind of, puts it off for me. The colors, however, I'm not a huge fan of all the colors, but I do see like what type of style you're going for. So if you would have landed the background, I think this piece would have been like, a lot better for sure. Let's go to the next one. This is matchup 2. By the way, sorry. The first one was done by Klum Sadi, and this one was done by Mangaka Day. Klum Sadi is from the US, and Mangaka Day is from the United Kingdom. We're gonna go to the next one in matchup 2. This is from Ball Art. And I believe they're from. Wait, hold on. I believe they're from France. Yes, they're from France. So this is Ball Art. We're gonna go to White.
This is near automata. I don't know how that's pronounced. No idea. Never played the game. It looks like a game that I would play though. It looks like your DMC type game that I would play, and I heard there's like an anime or something coming out for it. So very recognizable. I appreciate the artwork here. I like what they kind of try to do with, the leaves and the trees to form somewhat of a border around everything. I don't know how well it works, seeing how part of it kind of gets cut out and some doesn't. It doesn't feel too so purposeful. But I do like the angle that they've chosen. I always like when artists try to challenge themselves and think outside the box, and not get too comfortable and try things that visually are interesting regardless of how difficult they are, and that's how you get better. So points for that. And then the art style and the accuracy to the original, I believe, is pretty close. Not 100% familiar with the character, but from what I remember, this looks pretty spot on enough for me to know exactly who they were trying to draw. I also appreciate the mood and the coloring that the artist was trying to put together in the background. So all in all, I think this is ultimately really good. For a couple of things here and there that I think could be better, but um pretty good stuff.
All right. Pop Sule.
Hey, yeah, I think it's a very dynamic. I'm as an artist, I really love silhouettes. Like I like what they did with the background. it really shapes the image and like makes the figure very central. So I don't really question that too much. I think that's like very effective in like using the page. I do think that in terms of color, because I feel like we don't talk too much about color. I think it's often the idea that when we're thinking about light is to always think about light as white. So I think to push this artist further, I would tell them to not, since the background has this green lighting and it seems very dark, to think a little bit about what kind of light is actually coming in here. Is it a yellow light? Is it a blue light? Green light or something like that, to sort of like get that going further. But I do like how dynamic both the background and the figure are being like used. So yeah.
All right, and now let's go to Jackie.
Oh, okay.
She is going to be representing Fred's thoughts.
Yeah. I don't
Is
have.
this your vote, I guess, or like?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry, I cut you off. Are you? Did you want to, talk? Because I know that you were gonna give Fred's vote, but I didn't know if you wanted to also try your hand at.
Yeah, sure. So, I believe I've seen this character before. I think she's really cool. When I first saw this picture that was uploaded, I thought it was very detailed, and I know the artist sent me a note saying it was unfinished because he didn't have enough time to finish this piece. But I love the background. I love like the detail with the leaves. I love the colors, and the foreshortening of of her coming out at us with the sword. I think it's like really bomb. But those are my thoughts on it. I love this piece. So
All right, so we're gonna go to the next one. This is from King Master Miller from the U.S. Let's stay with you, Jackie.
oh oh, okay, sure. I believe I can't remember what video game this is. I had it written down somewhere. I believe it was.
Metroid. Metroid.
Yeah, it's Samus Aran from Metroid.
Oh,
I'm not familiar with
yeah.
the video game series, but I think this piece is really dynamic. I love the monster. The monster mech kind of jumping out and attacking. The character. And I love the effects going on, all the explosions. I believe this is supposed to be set in like outer space. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Lots of creativity in this piece. So awesome work.
All right. Let's go back to you, Pop.
Well, I think this has a very good focal point. Like the sort of, and the action lines are really pulling you towards this like the monster's mouth, and like it's like menace. So that is done really effectively. It looks kind of like a one of those like trading cards. Honestly, it has like that kind of effect with the light that they used. Um, yeah, I think in terms of like foreshortening, and I think like what happens is with the sizing, when we work with like a piece of paper or like whatever program you're using, sometimes we're afraid to cut off parts of the main character. So it's the foreshortening kind of works, but because both figures are the same size, I don't really get the real effect that Samus is jumping at us, or really climbing, like really that intensity. So I think it's a great image overall, but I think as a critique, that's what I would say.
Okay. And White, let's finish it off with you, man.
Just not to echo what everybody else has said, I would just kind of drop some extra things that I will add is I'd like I kind of like the composition of it, seems like a panel off a comic book type thing, trying to put in speed lines, but in creative ways there's not just lines, black lines. Like I mean, if they went for a comic slash manga, specifically manga approach, then maybe, but with color, I think this was a decent approach, so I can feel the sense of movement, the glow and yeah, the glow around the character helps the character pop out a little more than the one in the foreground, and so the angle is also interesting. It's action packed. I do like this piece very much, and the background is not so much going on, but visually there's just something there enough n- to be complementary to the actual pieces, the actual subject. So overall, I do like this piece a lot. I think they did a really good job.
Got you. Yeah, I agree. This looks really cool. All right, so we're gonna go to the next match now. It's matchup three. This one we're gonna have the same last three artists that talked about it: David Daniels, Morgan Walker, and myself. In matchup three, and then matchup four, we'll do the same thing with Jackie, Pop, and White. Let's go to matchup three. This is Abdillustrates. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. It's ABD Illustrates, and she or he is from the UK. We're gonna have Morgan talk about this first.
Yeah, this is probably one of my favorites from the first round. It feels like just a really complete picture. The composition's great with this. Whatever the effects that's following that sword, it helps really frame the character. Um, the particle effects are really cool with these butterflies. I believe this is from Fire Emblem as well. For those wondering, I'm not familiar except for like Smash Brothers. I think that they did a good job keeping the blur to a minimum because sometimes people tend to overdo that in their pieces, but here they were very selective about where it was, and so I think that helps to kind of sell the energy with this sword strike that she's doing. um yeah, overall, I mean, I really don't have any negative comments for this one. This is probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I'll say what I need to say. I really liked the blur effect. Especially on like her belt and like her foot. Like I really like that. Exactly like what you said. It frames the perfect. Her slash frames the picture perfectly. I love the lighting on her hair. To be honest with you, the first time, when I was just glancing at this image, the butterflies kind of looked like Twitter symbols to me, and then I was like, man, I've been on the internet for way too long. Uh, but yeah, I really like this piece. It looks really, really cool. I would love to see more colored images. I wonder if they have some, like, I don't know, this makes me want to see more of theirs. Just the way it was colored, like it looks beautiful. Let's go to David.
Yeah, pretty much what Morgan said. I've kind of exhausted all my cool artist vernacular. I just draw pretty pictures. But I would just say, yeah, nice colors. I like the way the butterflies are done. That they kind of look simplistic. There's not too much detail on them. Then again, I don't really know this character, so I don't really know if that's how it's supposed to look. But yeah, overall, I see nothing wrong with it.
Nice, nice. All right, let's go to the next one. This is from hold on, sorry. This is from James DX the third or James DX3 or I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing these guys. They are from Canada. We're gonna have DD Mark's Daniel. David. Sorry, I keep on calling you. Which you said David or Mark works, right? Like whichever
Yeah,
whichever one.
either one works. You're not the first person to get confused.
Okay. All right. Well, you can critique first. Go for it.
Okay, this looks. Oh my god, I'm a boomer. This looks like Zelda. Is this Zelda? I don't know.
I think
Uh,
so. That's what I thought.
I think so as well. I think it's Breath of the Wild.
okay, okay. So is this character supposed to be female?
I believe so.
Well, I think it's Zelda, yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, a lot of colors. I like the risk taking with the pose. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be fire that's coming out of the hands. I don't know what that is. So I will say that's something that I'm not kind of sure about because I don't know what it is. Um, to be honest, besides the character, I don't really know what I'm looking at, if that's effects or something. But as far as the character goes, cool colors. I like the anatomy and I like the pose.
Yeah, I agree. This kind of it feels like two pieces meshed together. Like the background as like maybe light and dark or something, and then like she's like just in the middle. So that kind of throws me off. I do, however, love the lighting effect on her hand. I guess she's like summoning. I guess I see the triangle, so maybe she's summoning something. I really like that. I think that looks like really cool. Her pose is kind of throwing me off just because I think it might just be because of the foreshortening that they're trying to do. So kudos to you trying. That's definitely how you get better. Like the more you do it, the better you get. You learn better things that work more for you and all that. So definitely keep on trying because this is a very ambitious, I think, pose that you were trying to do. However, ultimately, I like it. It's not my favorite piece, but I do find things about this I like. Also, side note, that red thing in the back, the first time I looked at it, it kind of reminded me of like the QB Ninetales from Naruto. So I'm not sure if you were going for that, but I mean that's what came to my mind. But ultimately that's those are my thoughts. So Morgan, let's go to you.
Yeah, I love the Legend of Zelda series. I've not played Breath of the Wild yet, so I wasn't really familiar with the monster that she's fighting either. But I did recognize it was Zelda, which is at least a good start. Um, Monitor Comics made a good comment in the chat for the last piece that the white really helped the character pop, and as far as a background, sometimes less is more. And I think that even though the colors, I really love what they did with the background and the colors that they're using, and it's a really good effort with what they did in the background. But I think it detracts from being able to recognize the character until you really look closer at it. When if you were to unclick this picture and zoom out, it actually is a little harder to tell that it's Zelda because of how they colored her. I think that she just doesn't really pop as much, and those details are hard to see. So that would be probably my biggest gripe with this. The Triforce that she's doing, I do love that effect as well. But again, it's very hard to tell that shape. And I think if they had done something either like a very faint outline, it doesn't have to be a black, line art line around it, but just something to kind of give it, kind of an edge that it will help pop in all of that light that they're using. I think that just would have made it a little bit stronger. But it is a really cool effect. And again, I do agree. This is a really fun piece.
Nice.
I will say,
Right.
just so for
Yeah. White.
it's a really an issue for Zelda especially. Um, Zelda is a girl, guys, guys.
Yes.
Zelda is female. I know they messed it up. The marketing is weird. They only show Link. They saw Legend of Zelda, and Link is really the only person they're showing. But Zelda is a girl the whole time.
Link is a
It's
pawn in Zelda's game.
Yes. No, that's exactly.
I was I was today years old when I learned that. Jeez.
okay.
Oh
That's
man.
that's
Yes.
that's really all I want to say. Outside of that, I actually really like the piece, and I think this is probably the toughest matchup so far. I think.
All right. Well, White, since you're already here, we're gonna call on you for the next matchup 4. This is Drawn Up Comics, and they are from the U.S. So, White, why don't you talk a little more about this piece?
Okay, this one is. Oh, I know this one. This is The Last of Us, right?
I believe so.
This got to be Last of
That's
Us.
what I thought. Yeah.
Uh,
Those are well, other
yeah,
stuff.
this is Last of Us, and those are the clicker zombie things, and trying to break in, and then the character whose name Ellie.
I think so.
I'm pretty sure it's Ellie.
Yeah.
Uh, she's kind of running away. I like the coloring. I like the experimentation, trying to do something a little different here with the coloring. Also, one of the things with this art tournament is because you have limited time, you're trying to make the best work, but you're also trying to do things that allow you pop, but are time conducive. So I think maybe some of that played into this piece. I don't know how successful it was overall, because the top right is throwing me off a little bit, and some of the kind of texture brushes are throwing me off just a little bit. But I do like how the green and red contrast each other, and the drawing, the scene, the story that's being told. So I think overall this is a strong piece. A couple things could be better, obviously, even the anatomy, but in general, uh, good job.
All right. Let's go Jackie.
Yeah, so I was trying to figure out what this piece was from, and I was doing some research, and yeah, it is, I think, from The Last of Us. That the character is Ellie, and I think his name is Joe or something like that. But it's a zombie video game. I really love the way that this artist captured the kind of intensity of the scene, and how she's running from the zombies that are trying to get in. And I really like the colors too, the red and the blue. Since they contrast each other pretty starkly, it creates kind of a sense of like drama. So like I really like that. I think this is a really good piece. I love the composition. Really great stuff. Good job.
All right, and now let's go to Pop.
Yeah, just to like echo a little bit what everybody's saying, like I think like in terms of like creating a mood, this has definitely like done a really good job. Like I think just off the bat, like looking at it, it just like attracts your eye because the contrast of the colors. So, and I looked up some images of this game, and like it's obviously like very well um, linked to the themes and the mood of the game. So I think that was done really effectively. And like White said, like there could be some things done with the background that don't seem so ambiguous. Like I don't know if this is a room or if it's like some faded, I don't know, dreamscape type situation. So I think that those parts could be worked out a little bit better, and maybe bringing this running character a little more to the forefront would be a little bit more interesting. But overall, I think in creating a sense of mood, that's cool. I feel the mood, feel the rage and the fear, the fear, and she's even breathing like air is coming out of her mouth. It must be cold or something. I don't know.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna talk too much about this piece. But when I was looking at this Pop, it did kind of remind me a little bit of Oblivion Rouge because I know how you use like contrasting colors, mainly just gray and like green and sometimes red and stuff. But I like it reminded me of yours, so yeah, I was looking forward to what you were gonna say, and I agree, sir.
Truth, truth.
We're gonna go to the next one. This is Nebu Shiro, and they are from France. And we're gonna stay with Pop on this. Why don't you talk a little bit about this piece, man?
Yeah, I was actually really looking forward to this. It's like got this really kind of cool look. It looks almost like it's a one of those like like Arcane, kind of like drawn 3D type thing.
Yeah, like a cel shaded type
Yeah,
animated.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that really makes me excited about it. I think overall, I like the concept, like the concept art of it, aspect of it. Like the character design is like really good and solid. I think, and the arm, I really like the arm because it's really central, so that works out really well. Um, yeah, I think overall, I really like this piece, and like I like when artists also tilt and like leave. Like there's like we don't know what's happening in the background, but there's like some crazy demon dogs like coming out of no, like that could be like there could be five other heads back there, and so that's like kind of exciting for me. I like that.
All right. Let's go to White.
Yeah, I do no idea who this character is, but I do like how it's rendered, how the room is lit up, use of blur and depth. The anatomy, I think, could still be like if I feel like if the anatomy was worked on a little more, and then all this detail and rendering was placed on that, it would just push it a little better. But it's not bad. So thumbs up. Like, what character is this? Do we know?
I do not know. If anybody knows, that's on.
People are saying it's from the game Tales of Berseria, but I don't know the character name.
Her
Yeah, I do not know who that is.
Yeah, I
I
don't
I
mind. I don't mind people drawing whatever character they want to draw. I think you will still go through if it's like really, really dope art. Um, and you get the votes, obviously, but uh, maybe we're just not hip. But ultimately, this looks like a strong piece. I like I said, I like how it's rendered. I like the camera angle, trying to keep things dynamic, and challenging yourself as an artist to do something interesting, and just good use of depth, blur, lighting, all of that. Is it perfect? No, I think things could be better. Like I think the floor, the way that's rendered, could be better, and so just a couple things here and there if you want to be like super nitpicky. And maybe did she just finish defeating that beast in the back? Maybe that could be it. I'm not 100% sure on a few things, but in general, it's pleasant to look at, and you have questions.
All right. And Jackie.
Yeah, I was just gonna comment. The this character's name is actually Velvet Crow, I believe how you pronounce her name, but she is from Tales of Versailles. Um, excuse me, and just to I agree with what White's saying. I do see. I think the artist was trying to do a little bit of some foreshortening with the pose, but the anatomy doesn't quite fit in with the foreshortening. So like like White said, if they were to work on their anatomy just a little bit more, and then maybe add a little bit more dimension or detail to the foreground or the background. I think the piece would have been more like punchier. But I do like the piece as well. I think it's really cool. I like the hand that's coming out, and how it's all like orange like that. And I like that beast in the background. I think it kind of adds kind of like a sense of like suspense. So very very good stuff. Very very talented. Artist obviously knows how to draw characters well, and yeah, I think this is a great piece.
All right. Yes. So again, we're gonna be voting for all of these later on in the show. So definitely stick around so that way you can hear what we have to say about match up 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you can find out who won those. But stick around. So now we're gonna go to match 5, 6, 7, and 8. First up on match 5 is Studio SBN. They are from the UK. Hold on. Sorry, I clicked on their Instagram. All right. We're gonna have. I'll go first. This is Chun Li. I like the colors. I like the line arts. It's very simplistic. I feel like the Street Fighter probably could have been a little bit clearer. But I do like that it's somewhat faded in the background. It's not like as noticeable. Like obviously Chun Li is the focus, so I like that. The blue contrasts a lot with the red. This all in all, like I like this a lot. This I could see this in like kind of like when you play the video game and like they have small cutscenes where there's the text under like the character. This is what that reminds me of. Like, I could totally see this in the video game, with the text under, and because of that, I like this piece a lot. It's simple enough, but it gets right to it. So, all right, let's go to David. What do you think about this piece?
Yeah, like you said, simple. I like how the colors kind of all go together. The colored line art, I think, is a good touch. As far as anatomy, there's some work that could be done on that front. But besides that, it's pretty simple. There's not really that much to say about it.
All right, and Morgan.
Agreed. Simple piece. There's a lot of great choices with the color. I love the line work. It's just very clean. I like some of the subtle details kind of highlighting the anatomy. I actually don't have a problem with the anatomy quite as much. I do wish we could have seen more of her in this piece. It's a little underwhelming for me. The background is probably my least favorite part. I'm not always against doing like text in the background like that or doing a simple thing, but especially if the text is going to be obscured, I don't feel like it's adding anything. It's best left out or um, replaced with something else a little more appealing.
Agreed. All right. Well, let's go to the next one. This is The Last of Us Part 2. Well, let's stay with you, Morgan. What do you think of this piece?
I don't know how you knew that. I didn't recognize this at all.
What?
No, I'm kidding. No, yeah. I mean, even without the text, I think that this is a fantastic rendition of Ellie. Just very powerful. The expression, the detail in the blood, the coloring is probably my favorite. It reminds me or gives me GTA vibes, which I'm a huge fan of that coloring style. The line work's great. The only gripe I really have, I mean, I could be nitpicky about the background, but I still think it's a fantastic choice. The hand, I think, holding the arrow, the fingers just look a little bit weird. But again, that's pretty negligible considering the raw strength of the rest of the image. I think this was just a phenomenal job. This would probably be my favorite of round one.
Okay. All right, David, what do you think?
Okay, this is my third, isn't it? Third PH. I can see his name there. I'm gonna try not to be impartial because I kind of know this guy, but yeah, we're like close friends. But
Nice.
I will say that the finger that Morgan pointed out, I agree on that. Everything else, I cannot complain. This is a game that I actually do know finally, and actually do play. So I will say that the background is very in line with the theme or the I don't know, the topic of the game.
It's very
It
on
fits
brand. Yeah.
very on brand. There you go. That's the word. Yeah. So I like it. Also my favorite of this round. So yeah, that's what I'll say.
Yeah, I agree. Let me actually say the artist I didn't say earlier. It is Third PHP. They're from the Philippines. And I totally agree. They did a phenomenal job with the coloring. It didn't remind me of GTA at first until you said that. It reminds me more of that than what I was gonna say, which is an Invincible issue. But it still reminds me of an Invincible issue, like maybe Invincible and The Walking Dead. I know Ryan Otley did a cover or two for The Walking Dead a long time ago, so maybe that's what I'm thinking about. But I love the coloring on this. I love her face, her expression. It's very like it's serious. It's I don't know, like I just love it. Like the subtlety on her nose like looks really cool. How that shadow is like I just everything about her face just like sells this piece for me. And the way they have the title at the top, it looks completely on brand, like David was saying. And I just this piece is awesome, 100% for sure. All right, let's go to match up 6. This is going to be Jello Studios, and they are from Ireland. And we're gonna have Jr. Jackie Rindy. Why don't you tell us about this piece? What do you think?
Oh, okay, perfect. I was actually gonna jump in because I wanted to say something really quick.
Yeah,
So right now you guys are watching this. We're recording this on a Google Hangouts, and unfortunately they only allow us to be in here for about an hour, and then they'll kick us out. So if you guys see the screen kind of going blank, don't panic. We're all going to be moving over to another room, and we'll probably start back up in a couple minutes. So if things kind of go wonky, just be patient with us for a couple minutes. We're gonna restart the show again and continue off wherever we left off. So I just wanted to give all of you guys a heads up. But referring specifically to this piece, I believe this piece was the character was Jinx from League of Legends. And I don't know too much about the game, but I'm very fascinated with the design of this character, and I really love how the artist Jello Studios like made it cartoony. I love like the pop art. I love how the her I guess it's a hand cannon or a gun she's holding, but I love how it comes out at us and it's like this giant like mouth. I think that's really neat, and the simplicity of this piece I think is what makes it appealing. Like the artist didn't go too much into detail with like the like highlights or shading or stuff or things like that, but I really like this piece because it's so simple looking and it's attractive. So awesome job.
all right, and let's go to White. What do you think of this piece, man?
I think this is pretty good job. Pretty good job. I believe this is one I recognize as well. Just like Jack, I believe it was the Arcane Jinx character from Arcane. I guess Arcane and League of Legends. I don't fully understand what's going on there. I'm sorry, guys. But
Cool.
Arcane, League of Legends did the same thing. Who knows, right? I've not I've not digested all of that yet. Bear with me.
We're
But
too busy. I totally get you, man.
I recognize the character because everybody's showing blowing in my face on Twitter. And but for this drawing here, it's a pretty good drawing. Pretty straightforward. I like it. I like the also like the artist's style, and the I guess that I think some kind of gun pistol thing popping at us. Really dynamic, really in your face. Really draws. There's there are these invisible lines that kind of draw your eyes exactly where I think the creator wants. I'm not too sure about how they kind of pop into frame, right? Because it's like the frame, it looks like she's bursting through a wall in a way. Um, and I don't know how effective that is and how it looks. Not too. I'm pretty sure maybe certain things could have been done better. And then there's certain white lines, kind of outlines in certain places that I feel weren't mm, are a little distracting for me, like underneath her jaw and things like that. But outside from the little nitpicky stuff, it's a pretty good job, pretty good work. And if that's like a speech balloon thing going on with that symbol, with a monkey with teeth, I don't know what's going on, but it still visually looks appealing. I'm just not sure about the wall and a few things here and there, but overall, good job.
All right, and Pop, let's go to you.
Yeah, I think like in terms of like making us recognize that this is was it Sphinx or Jinx? Sphinx.
Jinx.
Jinx.
Jinx. Jinx, right, from the Arcane. Like I think it's like really effective in that way. Like I recognize because like I think the biggest thing about Jinx was like her blue hair, and like I think that they really like caricatured it and like kind of made that like quickly visible for us to recognize. I think though, like I think all that white though, I think is just not working for me. I think it doesn't really feel like it's bursting out. I feel like it just kind of looks like the artist wasn't sure what to do once they like create this like super dynamic pose. But I do really like the gun or the gun thing. But I do feel like the arm is kind of lost. Like it took me a while until like White said that like they're holding a gun to realize that their hand was actually below it. Like I couldn't tell what that was. I thought that was just part of the gun. So I think to make that a little bit more clear would have been more like helpful. But yeah.
All right. Yeah, I I will give you my thoughts on this when we vote. But ultimately, I think it looks pretty cool. So, all right, we're gonna go to the next one. This is No Need for Marks, and they are from the U.S. Uh, let's go to um, let's stay with Pop.
Hey, I don't recognize this character. It looks like something like a Street Fighter game or something. I'm
It's
not sure.
uh it's
It's
Yuffie.
Final Fantasy.
Yuffie from Final
Final
Fantasy
Fantasy, right?
VII. Yeah, Final Fantasy.
Final
Yeah,
Fantasy.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, word.
It
Sick.
took me a while to get it too, but I'll let you talk.
Tight. Yeah, I think it's a. I really like this image, honestly, because yeah, the colors are really great. The lighting is good. And like it's done in like a very painterly way, which I think works with like the theme that they're, and especially like Final Fantasy, which is super like dramatic and stuff. So like it gets the drama. I'm feeling the drama. So yeah, I think that I feel the drama, and I really like works that like deal with mood and lighting. So this is working for me.
All right, let's go to Jackie. What do you think?
I really like this piece. This is like one of my favorites, I think, of round one so far. I really like how they uh they went with this for more of like a realistic style. I love kind of how they painted things, and um I think they did a fantastic job showing like how the skin was rendered. um and yeah, I love the little fireflies. I think it's awesome, awesome work. And yeah, I didn't know the character at first either, so I had to look them up. But Yuffie is a pretty cool looking character. I like Tifa personally, but Yuffie's pretty cool. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Great job.
All right, let's go to White. What do you think, man?
Yeah. Again, I need to take like a summer off to just watch everything, play
I feel
everything.
you, man. I feel
But I have
you.
no. I Tifa. I know Yuffie. I'm like who?
Yeah, right.
I'm like who that? Who? But the piece itself is really good. Really good. Really nice painting. Recognizable style because I know I've seen this person's work before. And this is even an improvement from the last one I saw. So it's good that sometimes competition really makes you pop. Not really sure what's going on in the background, but it has this blurry sense to it that still allows us focus on the main character. It doesn't distract. Helps with the lighting a little bit and just the mood and tone of everything. Um, this is pretty good. Pretty dynamic pose. Obviously, there's always room for improvement. A couple of things here and there that I think could be better. The rendering could be tighter here and there, but maybe it's not on purpose. Who knows? But this is what I see so far. Um, is pretty good stuff. Nice painting, great job. Like improvements can be made, but good stuff so far.
All right. All right, guys, we are done with matchup 5 and 6. We're moving on to number 7 now. This first one is from Lucky44 Star _ from Canada. And we're going to go to... let's go to Morgan. Morgan, you talk first. What do you think of this piece?
I love the art style. It reminds me of one of our previous artists. I think it was Mocha Monk, who is unfortunately not in the competition this year. But if you guys go back to previous competitions, they're great artists. I believe that's who it was, but I don't remember the name exactly. But no, I love the style. I love the coloring choice. The line work is very faint, but they do a great job of like rendering textures with color instead. And I love what the characters are kind of doing. They've got these interesting poses that really convey their personality. The overall composition does confuse me. It feels like it was a combination of like a sketch that they were doing trying to come up with character ideas, or maybe like manga panels. I'm not 100% sure. It's not super effective for me, at least. It almost seems like they were also trying to get in as many characters as possible, like they would get extra points for that. So I don't think that was kind of a bad choice on that regard. But yeah, no, otherwise I really like the style. I like the way they rendered these characters. I wish it just would have been a little more considerate in how they laid them out. But I also want to make one more point. I don't know if this was intentional or not, but Hatsune Miku at the bottom only has 4 fingers on each of her hands. I'm not sure. It's really nitpicky, but I just noticed it as I was looking at this. I'm like, I gotta call that out. That's really weird to me for some reason.
All right, let's go to David. What do you think, man?
Well, Morgan kind of said everything. So so initially
Sorry.
looking at it, no, it's no problem. You just plagiarized from my head, but it's okay. The style is appealing. I will say that. But the whole thing with the composition, it threw me off too. When you open the image, I was like, what do I even look at? And I also noticed there's a faint drawing in the background. I don't know if I'm the only one that can see that.
Yeah,
Looks like that. Yeah, it's like something with scales or wings or whatever. I don't know what
that
is.
Like a dragon or something.
Like a dragon, yeah. I see that. I think I see that. But yeah, I do like the style though. I like the style, and I like the way the colors, all kind of look. And that's pretty much all I have to say about this one, honestly.
Got you. So I agree. Everything that you guys all said. The style is really cool. The first time I saw this, I thought it was like a comic panel. I was looking. After I clicked on it and got larger, I was trying to look for the speech bubbles, and then I finally realized what they were doing. And I guess this is their list of their favorite female game people. The first one being Franziska von Karma. And if you can see, I think that's Candy or maybe handcuffs or something like that in the background of hers. And then you see Chun-Li, which is this dragon. I thought that was really cool. And then the Hatsune Miku, and you have the music notes and all that. So I see basically what they were going for, but I agree with what Morgan was saying. Had she just picked one and went all out on that, or had they just picked one and went all out on that, it probably would have been a lot easier for us to judge this piece. But ultimately I want to see more of this art style, what they do as opposed to just this image. But it is kind of difficult to just judge this one piece. So ultimately I think it looks pretty cool, but yeah, that's it's some confusion that comes along with that. Let's go to Rob Core. They are from Mexico, and I'll go first on this. To be brutally honest with you, again, I don't really know who these characters are. At first I thought that the person in the right was Doctor Strange, but like an anime version of Doctor Strange. But like I didn't know if that's what it was or not. And the marbles in the middle, I didn't know if they were like planets. Um, and like the other character that's upside down on the bottom left, at first glance, it looks like Madara from Naruto, and I was like, well, it can't be Naruto. Like I didn't know if that's what it was or not. Like it just threw me off. So conceptually, I'm confused, but artistically, like this looks amazing. I love the lighting, the way they rendered this pink circle on the bottom left. It looks like they actually painted it. I love that. I'm not sure exactly how you got that texture to look like that. That looks amazing. Also the light in the middle, that looks really, really cool. Just like everything about this visually looks like very, very well done. So I hats off to you. You did a great job. Let's go to David. What do you think of this piece?
Yeah, I like the colors. I don't know what characters these are. I don't know if I need to go outside more or play more video games or whatever.
You and me
But I
both,
don't
man.
Yeah, yeah. The character at the top right looks like Doctor Strange if he joined, I don't know, RuPaul's Drag Race or something. I don't know what it is. But the little like balls in the center, is it like other marbles or like the earth or whatever that is? I like that. I like how that's coming towards my face. I can feel it like brushing my hairline and beard. Like I like it. Uh, yeah, the rendering is really good. I'll say that, and I like the effect on the magic circle. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right. Let's Morgan, what do you think?
So just to clarify,
Oh wait,
maybe
sorry.
maybe
Jackie.
Jackie's going to do it for us.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah,
Yep,
Jackie,
you're
what's
good.
up?
Hi, yeah, sorry. I just wanted to jump in really quick, not to interrupt your guys' train of thought. This piece is actually supposed to be Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch, which unfortunately, this theme, because I believe we're on Team Saturday AM still, and the theme
Yeah.
is top female video game characters. And this theme, I think they got confused. I think they thought they were supposed to do the gender bend superheroes. So unfortunately, because they didn't read the instructions carefully and they didn't draw the right thing, that they'll be docked some points for that. But yes, these characters are for
From Marvel.
superheroes. Yeah, they're not video game characters. So
Got you. Okay.
That makes so
Here
much
I
more
was.
sense.
Yeah, I was looking feeling really
Uh,
dumb. All right, Morgan.
Yeah, so someone had made a comment that there might have been some confusion with a different team that he was assigned, but that's not for me to get into. So that'll be up for our moderators to do. As far as the art piece itself, I mean, I agree with Jay and David that this is a really powerful piece. The coloring is done really well. I just love the way that it's rendered, and this is a really good choice of composition. That really, you've got this duality of these two characters. The choice to position one of them upside down. It's a really good piece overall. I don't really have much to say negative about it.
If I were to be, if I was this person's lawyer, I would argue that this is Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch, and they are video games because video game versions exist, and these are just variants of them, hence enforced by the little Earths around, you know. So these are just variant versions of the same thing.
That's
You're
what it
on.
is. That's
And
what
if I were the prosecution, I would argue that the title of his piece, if you hover over it, clearly says gender bent superheroes. It doesn't say video game.
Case in point.
Checkmate.
Case in point.
What says what?
Not to bring you down,
Right
Rockcore.
here.
I love this piece.
Says it right there. Oh man.
Oh man, my client is, man. We need to talk.
You would have a very long conversation with your client if you
Should have pled the fifth.
All right, well let's keep on moving. We're gonna be in matchup 8. This is from Carasmo from the Philippines, and we're gonna stay with White. He was talking. Let's go to you, man.
Okay, no idea who this is as usual, but I do like the soft rendering of this. Somewhat, I'm sure, unique style, but it reminds me a little bit of some Disney stuff. Yeah, I like the colors. I like the soft nature of it. Again, as usual, there's always room for improvement here and there, but overall, I think it's pretty good. They're in some kind of uh, crop plot, corn acre, whatever.
Wheat field or something.
Yeah, whatever, whatever is happening here. Um, but molt, I don't know, but overall, I think it looks pretty good. The character looking back, I think, is rendered really well, and I appreciate the effort that was put into it. You can see in the hair, just trying to give it that mood with the coloring. The anatomy is pretty good. I mean, for like the style that the creator is going for. So I think this is a good piece. Could it? I think maybe we could have gotten a much more interesting pose of the character. We could have just got a little more, a couple more things that maybe would be interesting to give, just to wow us a little more. But as is, maybe just a screenshot capturing the character in the moment. Maybe they're realizing something. It's pretty good. Like the way the hair is moving just kind of also indicates that maybe they just turned your head. So there is something here, but I think there could be more, obviously. But overall, good stuff.
All right, let's move on to Jackie. What do you think?
Yeah, so this is from Portal, I believe. This is Chell from Portal. And I think she's really pretty. Now the art style is very different from what the artist usually draws. So give them props for going out of the box with this one and trying something new. And I like the background. It's a very simple background, but it works well, with the character and the colors all match and stuff. I think I would have liked to see maybe a little bit more going on in the background, or maybe if the setting was different, like if she was in that. I don't know too much about the game, but I know it takes place in this like space station or something like that. But maybe if she was like in that kind of space station with like that little robot guy, I forget his name, Weasley or something like that. I think that would have probably been cool. But all in all, I really like this piece. I think it's beautiful, and Ars did a really good job on this.
All right, and Pop, what do you think, man?
Um, hmm. I'm debating on whether or not to talk about. There's a part of this that I'm like kind of like it's freaking me out a little bit. Like the legs. Like I can't tell if that's like I'm looking at the front or the back of a person. So it looks like it's like I don't know. That I think that's the part that in terms of anatomy is like kind of like sitting with me the wrong way. And I'm just looking through the images of the game, and it looks like it has like this like futuristic vibe, and especially that weapon. Like I feel like that weapon would have been really cool to see. So I have to agree with White that it's just there's like not enough going on, and I'm not really sure. Like it doesn't feel if it's like a fan art, it doesn't really feel like it fits like with
The
the
game.
fan. Yeah, the game that it's trying to fan art
Yeah.
more or less. It's like Disney. It feels like a Disney princess or something like that.
Like an art book is what it's giving me vibes of. Like, maybe her origin story before she went off to space. I don't know.
Maybe. True.
It would have been
True.
cool if there was like maybe she was holding whatever weapon it is that they used to portal in there, and then
Yeah.
there was a portal in front of her,
Yeah.
maybe of her looking back, and it's
Yo,
just this like infinite loop.
that's sick. That would have
There you
been
go,
tight.
guys. Your mind just got blown from.
I'm a genius.
That's how you do it. No, that's how you do it.
That's what I do, man. I'm a genius, yo.
I mean, hey, he's the one that created Apple Black, guys. Take his word. He knows what he's talking about. All right, Bob, do you have anything else you want to say about it, or you're good?
I have one thing to say. I think everybody, it's hard to draw butts. Like bums are really hard to draw. Personally, like it takes me a minute to like get the right bum, like on any gender or anything. It's just like I feel like there's like no emphasis of a bum here, like any kind of bum. It's just like so. I think work on the bum.
I'm gonna make a joke here. Pop Sule is black, so I know that he likes. I mean, hey man, it's me too, me too. I assume this is for most men.
As the lawyer, as
You could
your
put my name
lawyer,
in there.
as the lawyer of everybody.
It could be
Okay,
man bun.
hold on. As
Any
the
man
lawyer of
bun.
everybody, let's move on. Let's move on, guys. Move on.
I will say, just to talk about the piece, the one thing that I liked the most about this is that, it reminded me of like an art book, like something that I would see, clearly like marketed for children. And because of that, I liked that, the coloring aspect of it, that really popped out to me. And also the texture of the hair, it was really cool. I also really like the eyes. I just want to, point that out. But we're going to move on. We're going to go to Gideon Akor. I think I pronounced your name correctly. If I didn't, I'm sorry. They are from Nigeria, and we're gonna start with White. You were also from Nigeria, so what do you think of this, man?
Wow, because I'm like, wow.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, hey, man, I gotta connect it.
This is pretty good. Yeah, this is really good. Nicely rendered. I wonder if they rendered the whole thing. That's really good. Even though it's much easier when the background's all blurred up and stuff, but even then, it's still hard to nail. In some, if you squint, it even looks realistic. So that's really really good stuff. There is the light showing the path of the kick, the kind of not necessarily echo, but you can see kind of the feet again in multiple ways, in interesting ways, just to show that typical Chun Li kick thing going on. Um, to me, the weakest parts for me would be the hand, like the fingers, and maybe a little bit of the face, but everything else looks very, really, really, really great, really awesome. Great job.
Could I
All right,
jump in really quick?
Jackie. Yeah, Jackie, you're next.
Okay, I just wanted to say really quick, that background, I've seen it before. I had to do a commission in the past where I had to draw like a Japanese picture, and I was looking up like houses and stuff, Japanese houses on the internet, and I remember seeing this picture on the internet. Now,
Mhm.
I don't know if this artist was like under time constraints, so they had to like look up a image on the internet really quick and then stick it in the background, but it does look like it was edited a little bit, like the trees, like they painted over it, just to kind of make it look
Mhm.
more like a painting. So that's all I wanted to say, though. I just wanted to point that out because I
Yeah,
noticed that.
yeah, because even my eyes were like, "Yo, that looks realistic." So,
Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, even still, like the fact that they blurred it out, I think they made it their own. But do you have anything you want to say about it, Jackie? Like artistically?
Yeah, the drawing itself, because I'd rather focus on the drawing in the
Yeah.
background. I love the drawing. I really like how they use kind of that motion blur with her leg, to make it look like she's in the process of like about to like kick you. And I think that I love how the artists they chose to race bend the characters. I think she looks really cool like that. And I also like the effect of the that kind of blue kick effect. I think the artist did a really good job, and the lighting is very soft on the character. It works really well with the skin, and I think the artist did a really good job with this. I believe was this Gideon Akor who did this one? I may be getting that wrong.
Yes, getting a core. Yeah.
Yeah, Gideon Akor. Good job, man. You did awesome work with this.
All right, and Pop, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I really like this actually. Um, yeah, I do think like I think though, yeah, the only thing for me is the face. It's like it's so cute. It's like a cute face, and then like everything else is so serious and like intense. But I think it kind of works a little bit. I feel like it's kind of rendered in a different way for some reason or something. Like they spent a lot of time doing the pose and everything, and then the face was kind of last minute. Um, but overall, I think it's like a really like I think like I said, I think I said this before. It's just like I like when people cut stuff off because it really lets you as like a person looking at this like imagine something. Like I think like the fact that the foot is blurry. Maybe she just ended up kicking somebody. Like this is the final blow. You know what I mean? Like XP all the way low to like red zone, and the person's got like blurry eyes. You know, and then that's what we're seeing is through the eyes, and we're about to get our face kicked in. Like that's what I'm feeling right now from this image.
Oh,
So that's
nice.
pretty sick.
All right. Well, and there you go, guys. That is the end of round one for Saturday AM Team One. Team Saturday AM round one. I'm rambling. We're gonna go one by one and vote on these, and then we're gonna talk about the Saturday PM round one theme, favorite anime aliens. But first, let's go around, and we're gonna get everybody's vote for Clumosity from the U.S. Pop Sule, what do you think? Yes or no?
No.
All right, David.
Nope.
All right, Morgan.
Sorry, I had to unmute myself. Yes.
All right, White.
Can I see the other one more time? Yes.
All right, and Jackie. What was Fred's?
So, Fred's vote for this particular matchup, he voted for Clumosity.
All right, and I also will be voting for Clumosity. We're gonna go to the next one, which is Manga Day. Pop.
Wait, can I take my vote back? I'm sorry.
Oh.
Sorry, the other one was the one that I wanted. Yes, and now it's the one that I don't want.
Okay.
No. Sorry.
No takesy backsies.
It sounds messed up for after saying it afterward the way like that, but that's my vote.
Okay. All right. Well, so there you go, guys. Those are the votes for matchup one. We're gonna go to the next one. I'll keep it open so that way you guys can see, who we're up against. This is Ballart France, and this is King Master Miller. We're gonna ask Jackie what Fred thought of matchup two.
Yes, Fred voted for Ballart.
All right, and now let's go to Pop. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm Ballard.
All right, David.
The other guy. I don't know the name. Yeah, that one.
King Master Miller. All right. Morgan.
King Master Miller for me as well.
All right. White.
Just cause it's tough, but King Master finished, so I'm gonna go King Master.
All right, and I am also going to be going King Master. This was a tough call, but ultimately I like, it being more cartoony in my opinion. All right, let's go to matchup three. What did Fred say about these two?
So Fred voted for ABD Illustrates. Yeah, that one.
All right, and Pop, what do you think?
Yeah, ABD Illustrates.
All right, David.
Yeah, ABD for me as well.
All right, Morgan.
ABD Illustrates.
White.
Illustrates.
And I too am going for ABD Illustrates. All right, let's go to matchup four. This is Drawn Up Comics versus Nebushiro. Drawn Up Comics, Nebushiro. All right, we're gonna go to what Fred said.
Yes, Fred voted for Drawn Up Comics.
All right, Pop.
I think Nebushiro.
All right, David.
It's Drawn Up for me.
All right, Morgan.
Drawn Up Comics as well.
All right, and White.
Ah, gosh, this is tough. I'm gonna go Nebushiro.
All right, and I'm gonna go. This is very tough, actually. I'm gonna go Drawn Up because I like the contrast more, so I'm gonna do Drawn Up Comics. All right, let's go to matchup 5. This is Studio SBN versus Third PHP. Let's. I'm gonna do Third PHP. White.
Third.
Morgan.
Third PHP.
All right, David.
Third.
Pop.
Yeah, that's third.
And Fred.
Also third. Yes, also third.
All right. So matchup 6. This is Jello Studios from No Need for Marks.
Oh, what did you vote, Jay, for matchup 5?
I said third.
You said third.
Third
Okay.
PHP.
Okay, I'm writing that down.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Sure.
All right, so matchup 6, Jello Studios or No Need for Marks. What did Fred say?
Fred said Jello Studios.
All right, Pop.
The name of the is No Need. No Need. I'm for No Need. Yeah.
Okay. David.
Same for me. No need.
All right. Morgan.
Jello Studios.
And White.
No need.
All right. I'm also going to be going No Need. I love the rendering. That's what did it for me. Matchup 7. This is going to be Lucky 44 Star versus Rob Core. We're going to go. I will say Rob Core. This is mine. And White, what do you say?
Rob.
Morgan.
Rob Core.
David.
Rob Core.
Pop.
Lucky.
All right. And Jackie.
Lucky 44 Star.
That's what Fred said. All right.
Yes. What did you
All
vote
right,
for,
so
Jay?
matchup. Oh, I said Rob Core.
You said Rob Core. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Matchup 8. This is the last one of the team Saturday AM in round 1, day 1. Matchup 8. This is Caro Smo from the Philippines and Gideon Akor. White, what do you say?
Oof, man. I'm gonna go Karasmore.
All right, Morgan.
We'll do Crossmo as well.
All right, David.
Gideon.
All right, Pop.
Gideon.
And Jackie.
Believe Gideon. Yes.
All right, and I too will be going for Gideon. And there you have it, folks. That is round 1, day 1 for Saturday AM. We are now going to be moving on to Saturday PM. But before I do that, I just want to stop for a small second and ask Jackie if we should be moving over to the next room or if we're good so far.
It looks like we're okay so far. I haven't gotten any notifications that we need to move to the next room, so everything's
Okay.
good. However, I did get a note. It looks like White's saying, maybe we only get one person or anyone else who really has to say something to review each piece. So maybe kind of limit the amount of people reviewing each piece, I
Okay.
guess.
Yeah, I can do that. That sounds good.
Okay.
We're gonna go to Saturday PM team. This is round 1. The first theme is favorite anime aliens. Let's go to the first one, which is no artwork submitted. No, so every year we have somebody else that either can't get in because of there's just time restraints or something popped up. It's always every year is kind of unfortunate, but we're gonna go to the next one. This is from Manga Art Adam, and they are from France. The first one was from Gavin's Illustrate Malaysia, but again, unfortunately, there was no artwork. So we're gonna go to this one. This is the favorite anime alien. For this one, we're just gonna have David and Morgan talk about it. David, what do you think?
This is Boros from One Punch Man. I'm a big One Punch Man fan, so I appreciate this one. I like the colors. I like the way it is drawn. The anatomy, although I see some flaws, is overall done pretty well. To keep things short, I like it. I like the color, and I like the way they did the background and the way the character kind of pops out of it. Kind of looks like something Murata would do, composition wise.
Agreed. Agreed. Morgan, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree with everything that David said. I love the detail that's put into the muscles, the color tones. I'm assuming that that's actually the colors that he's supposed to be with, but I think they did a great job rendering that, and these particle effects of the glowing around his body. Even though it's a fairly simple piece, like David said, it fits Murata's style. And he just drew the characters in such a powerful way that he doesn't really need to be doing anything. It's still a really compelling piece.
I totally agree. This piece is awesome. I loved that episode, but yeah. Thank you very much for both of your inputs. This next one is matchup two. Both of them got their artworks in. This first one is from Saito Krill from the U.S. We're gonna have Pop and White talk about this one. So, Pop, what do you say?
Yo, this piece is sick. I think like in terms of like alien dark vibe feeling, it's well done. Yeah, I like the shadow on the face really gives it that feeling.
I agreed. Agreed. White, what do you think?
I think it's rendered very well. The lighting from the beam that's going on. You got your Dragon Ball with the new color hair every year. At some point it's going to be a rainbow. So overall pretty good. Trying to do an interesting pose. The leg is not exactly, you know, uh, it could use some work, but overall I like what they were trying to do. Even with the face just drawing the eye, sometimes that's acceptable. So great job, nice perspective, pretty good stuff.
Agreed. Agreed. All right, so we're gonna go to the next one. This one, I I know White really likes Gintama, so I'll have him talk about this, and also Jackie. So White, you can go first.
Funniest anime in the world. I don't care. I don't care what anybody. You can. I don't care. But pretty good stuff. I think it's actually hilarious that on one hand, it's probably less work for the artist, so that might have been the purpose. So you don't get to draw the face of the other characters as much. You don't really need to put that much work into them. But it's also kind of funny. Is this is probably something that will happen. So this is a good piece. Obviously, there could be some work with some of the anatomy, like Gintama's hand holding. He's a big manga fan, but he's holding Saturday AM anthology this time. So he usually holds Jump, so it's appropriate that he's holding Saturday AM
Yep. Okay.
anthology, and then you have Shinpachi at the back, and so yeah, this is a fun piece that really captures the essence of the actual show. Um, you know, this is spot on. This is something that you would see. So great work.
Nice. Okay, and Jackie, what do you think of this piece?
Yeah, so I will just say this first just to get it out. I have watched a little bit of Gintama, but I'm not super familiar with the series. Are any of these characters supposed to be aliens?
They're all. No, I think just
No,
Gintama, right?
no, the just the girl. She's the only alien.
Oh, just the
She
girl. Oh,
she
okay.
she's the only
I
alien.
actually
Okay.
haven't
Okay.
unfortunately read it.
Okay, because I was gonna say, I didn't know if this piece followed the prompt or not, but okay, yeah, as long as the main character is an alien, then that's fine because this whole team is supposed to be about aliens, anime aliens. So okay, well, that's good.
Yeah,
I
Gintama himself is not an alien, and he's kind of the main character. I mean,
mhm,
Gintoki is the name.
gotcha.
Gintoki, who you would argue is the main character. He's not an alien, but she is, and you can, in some ways, you can argue she's if she's not, she's like second, or so
Okay.
she's definitely an alien. She's definitely an
Okay.
alien. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, okay. That's okay, good stuff, good stuff. I just wanted to make sure because I wasn't sure. I thought they were all humans. But I really like this piece. I love the purple and the pink colors in her umbrella. And like White said, I think this is a like really funny piece, her picking her nose, and then the two in the background just kind of, being their normal selves. And I also see a little detail. I believe Gintama. I don't know. I forgot his name. That's his name, right? Gintama, the main character.
Gintoki.
Yeah, yeah.
Gintoki.
He's holding a book, and it looks like it's maybe one of our graphic novels, like the Saturday AM. I think that's pretty cool. They did that. and yeah, I think the composition for this piece is really good. I like how they used other characters in their background. Moving forward, I think for just my advice for all of you guys watching this, for your next pieces, I recommend that you put some effort into your backgrounds, as that will help uh, push your piece a lot. If you have an empty background or a white background, it might limit how many votes you get from people. So putting as much detail in the background as you can, as well as the foreground, that's really going to make your piece pop out. So this piece is an excellent example of that. So great job on that.
All right, now we're gonna go to the next one. Oh, by the way, that was from Sachet Star. I might be mispronouncing that, but they are also from the U.S. This one is from Piggy Hammer, which I'm actually is gonna be me and David. We'll talk about this piece. The first thing I want to say is Piggy Hammer. I love your name. It obviously, I'm the creator of Hammer, the series that's being published inside AM. By the way, graphic novel number 1 comes out later on this year. I know I already said that, but I just feel like I should say it all the time. So whatever. Anyway, I really like this piece. I love the fact that there are so many different aliens. There's the parasite one. There's that girl from Gintama. There's Fooly Cooly back there. I even see Goku. I don't know, however, is that Mewtwo? I'm not really sure what that cat thing is in the back, but I'm not sure what that cat is in the front either. I would assume, I don't know, Meowth. Like I don't really know.
Space Dandy. I know this one.
Oh, okay, got you. So, all right, clearly I need to watch more anime.
It's
However,
it's literally on the if you the banner for round one theme is right there in the back, right there at the top in the back.
In the back, hold on. Oh yeah, this one right here. Yeah,
Yeah.
Right there. Well, anyway, all in all, I love the fact that all of these anime aliens are fighting the actual movie Hollywood aliens. I thought that was really cool. Overall, it's very action packed. The colors are pretty cool. I do feel like it feels like a poster that you could buy at like one of those anime stores from the 90s or early 2000s. I think that there's some anatomy issues, and not all of the characters are completely on model, but I like the effort. It's very ambitious. And yeah, I like this a lot. The colors are what pops most for me, and because of that, I like it. Let's go to David. What do you think of this piece, man?
You said a lot of things. Another thing that I will say is that it is, personally for me at least, it is very chaotic. But I do admire that the person, being at this skill level that they are, decided to, do something that is so, complicated. It's a lot of risk taking, and that's very admirable. You did touch on the color. That I will agree. I like the way the aliens from the Hollywood movies are colored. That looks nice, and I like the way the other anime characters are colored. It looks very true to the original work or whatever source material. But yeah, all in all, I like it.
Nice. All right, and that one was from Piggy Hammer. They are in the UK. This next one is from Tales of Canon, and they are from Italy. For this one, we're gonna have Morgan and Pop talk about it. Morgan, you go first.
Yeah, so this is Parasite versus Frieza from Dragon Ball Z. So two really cool alien characters in the anime world. I love the expression that they've got in the main character in front. I think they did a commendable job trying to capture that kind of, what is that, the worm's eye view. That's a very difficult perspective to do. And of course, they just capture the character's personality very well. He's a very serious person, so you can tell that he's really putting it to Frieza in this fight. I will say it's a little difficult to see Frieza. Like I wish we could see more of him getting owned in this piece. And it's hard to tell that blue light if that's coming from the Parasite character or not. So maybe that's just the one disconnect. Is like, okay, are they really fighting each other, or is he just looking at him and while Namek's being destroyed? But love the background. I mean, it's very clear what's going on, and I think that they did a great job just selling this composition and the mood of this piece.
Nice. All right, let's go to Pop.
Yo, I love Parasite. I think it's one of the best stories ever, and I would have never thought the dude from Parasite would fight Frieza. That's a crazy combination. Like what? So I think that's a really good OMG moment. And then also the gore from Parasite and Dragon Ball. Like, how could you imagine that? That's pretty brutal, especially the way that people fight in Dragon Ball. So aside from that, though, I think it is a very exciting piece. Like, I think the colors are really cool, and yeah, I like the gory stuff there. That's pretty sick. That hits home for me.
All right. And that was from Tales of Canon there in Italy. That was matchup 3. We are now going to go to matchup 4. This first one is from Acto Drawings. They are from Brazil. And for this one, I'm going to have White and myself talk about it. White, what do you think?
With the psychotic Vegeta, I think this looks really good. I like the nice 3D-ish filter thing going on in the background. Either way, I like how the smoke from all the flames and fire is rendered, the particles flowing around. Like this is really good. The blurry hand because to show depth. Vegeta kind of tone because of the environment and how he fits into all of that, and then his eyes glow. Maybe I would have had some more of the warm lights from underneath, hitting him on the sides a little bit to help him pop, almost forming like a silhouette. Not a silhouette, but forming like a stroke ish. Not exactly, but something close to that. But that's like me being maybe super picky. Some of that is on his tail, but I might have added a little bit more. But that's again, like I said, that's really really picky. Just looking at the piece by itself, I think this is some of the best stuff.
I totally agree. I really like the light coming off of Vegeta's face as well. I assume that that's like the moonlight. That's what I first envisioned anyway. And I really like the glowing fire in the background, especially the Saiyan in the background shooting whatever beam killing somebody. I thought that was a nice touch. This image is really really cool. And it was perfectly matched up to the other piece. I wonder if they coordinated to do this, but like I don't know. I really like this piece, and the fact that it's Dragon Ball just in my mind gives another another point. But this next one is from Design Sunset, and they are from Jamaica. I'm gonna have Didi and David and Pop talk about this one. So David, you go first.
Man, the colors, it looks psychedelic. Is that a good word to use to describe it? But I really love it. I'm not a Dragon Ball fan. Yes, you can sue me if you want, whatever. But I do appreciate this. The background, and I like the whole color, the power effects, whatever it's called. Looks really nice.
Nice. And Pop, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I think like the light is really good. I think I made a comment about it before. Like not only focusing on white as like a form of light is like always makes the image feel a little bit more alive. Because I think white, the color white, like always, it just makes like everything look really flat. So I think it's cool that they use like the blue and the white, like the not the white, the yellowish, light yellow color to like really emphasize like what like feels like in that moment in the same color. So I think this is a really strong image. Yeah.
I agree. I like this one a lot. I'm not gonna bore you guys with everything I think about this piece, but I like it a lot. No, this is pretty cool. I especially like the power up, the fire and stuff. That's pretty awesome. All right, we're gonna be moving on to matchup 5. This is T Brow underscore art. They're from the U.S. and we're gonna have Morgan and Jackie talk about this. Morgan, what do you think?
Again, another really powerful Boros piece. Love the coloring. The lines are fairly subtle, but I mean they did a great job of like differentiating the different parts of the character, and it has a very Murata feel to it. It's on that kind of skill level. I like what they did with this sort of depth of field effect, where they kind of blurred parts of the body as it's getting closer to the bottom of the page. And they have more fidelity in kind of like the face and the arm that's closer to the camera, so to speak. I think that was a really nice touch that just adds depth to this particular image, in addition to the great line work, the great coloring, and the attention to anatomy.
Yeah, I totally agree. I just want to pop in here before Jackie goes on. I just want to say I really like the horns and the way the line art is on the shadows. That reminded me a lot of Yusuke Murata. His style. I don't know. It grabbed me. I thought that was cool. Jackie, what do you think of this piece?
Yeah, this is made by T Brow Art, and I'm kind of laughing because I'm looking at the YouTube comments, and T Brow Art is in the comments, and he says that this piece of art is terrible. um, well, I disagree, politely disagree. I think this is an amazing piece. I love how detailed it is. I love yeah, I believe this is from One Punch Man, but I really like the coloring. I think the anatomy is pretty spot on. I think the only thing I would have said I would say is I wish maybe there was something going on in the background other than it being just kind of like a flat color with some smoke. But I think this is a fantastic piece. So great job.
All right. All right, so we're gonna go to the next one. T-Bar Outwards going against the Anton Art. I might be mispronouncing that. I'm sorry, guys. We're gonna have. Oh wait, snap! I clicked his Instagram again. Sorry about that. We're gonna have White and David talk about this one. Let's go with White first.
Okay, so yeah, as usual, you ripped, ripped Goku. And now what's this? Purple hair? Yeah, there's like,
So many. There's so many.
have they done green?
I don't know yet. No.
Okay, okay.
No
Give
idea.
them time. Give them time. They're working on it. So this looks really good as usual. I think this lit pretty well. The lighting, this is like slightly post power up. I'm assuming you got the energy or the ki chi, whatever it's called. My Dragon Ball knowledge, surprisingly, is mostly from the video game. I haven't seen enough anime stuff to be fair, but this looks really good. And you got the Dragon Balls with like other characters in there, and maybe screenshots from, not necessarily screenshots, I think the person drew it all, but shots from things that happen and all the other hair colors. And then the dragon in the back. So there's a lot going on, but not enough to distract you too much, as the focal point is the Goku on the side. I do think his head may be a little bigger than it needs to be, but that's like me being super picky. Again, as usual, there's always room to improve in certain things, but as is right now, this is some pretty good stuff. I think it's colored really well. It's lit up pretty well, um, and it looks good.
All right, and David, what do you think of this piece?
Yeah, not to repeat too much. I like the colors, I like the dragonite background. I like the whole galaxy thing, the composition of it. I will, however, say that as someone who loves to draw shirtless men, pause. The anatomy on this is not, obviously there's room for improvement, like the chest. Like this man does not skip chest day. I don't watch Dragon Ball. Maybe Goku's chest is that big. And like the right arm is a little small, but that's just the anatomy stuff that can always be improved. But all in all, it's a great piece.
Nice, nice. I will say, Goku does not miss chest day. Goku trains nonstop. So yeah, I will say also another thing that just popped out at me. All of these other Gokus, obviously there are other transformations throughout his tenure, but the fact that there are 7 of them, that's the 7 Dragon Balls, thus the dragon in the back. I thought that was pretty cool. So it's just a little thing that I thought was interesting. But we're gonna go to the next one. This is match up 6. This is going to be from Kujin from the U.S. versus Stolo from the U.S. So this is Kujin. We're going to have Morgan and Jackie talk about this. Let's start with Jackie.
Yeah, so first thing I will note is unfortunately this picture does not follow the prompt. The prompt for Saturday PM is anime aliens, and this prompt, this specific piece of art is a gender bend superhero of Green Lantern. So unfortunately we're gonna have to dock some points on that, but again, guys, just keep in mind when we announce instructions in our Facebook group on, like what you guys need to draw and all of that, make sure you're actually reading the instructions. And if you have any questions, just message me if you're not sure about something, but don't rely on me or other people. Like you have to read the instructions for yourself in order to get all the points from for voting. So just keep that in mind. But I'll go ahead and just put that to the side for now and look at the art itself. I really like the design. I love the interpretation of what the artist did. They made her an African American girl with like this curly hair. I think she's beautiful. Um, I also really like, I don't know if the Green Lantern suit actually looks like that. I know it's green and it's black and it has the symbol in the middle, but I've never seen the those green marks in the suit, so I don't know if that was if that was based on the actual costume or if that was like a creative thing. But I really like that. And I love the green effects and the green background. So I think they did a really good job. I think maybe if they would have added like some story in the background, maybe like uh, the gender bend Green Lantern, maybe if she was like flying above a city or she was in outer space with like different planets. I think that would have been a more interesting piece. But all in all, good job, and I hope you make it to the next round.
All right. I just want to say, I agree with the the outfit. I thought that this was like maybe a rendition of the Young Justice Green Lantern. So I mean that's probably I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just thought that maybe he had some extra like lines and stuff throughout his entire outfit. I'm not sure if they glued, but or glowed. I'm not sure exactly what the pronunciation of whatever word I'm trying to say would be appropriate for this in particular. Whatever. Anyway, I like it. I think it's colored pretty well. I'm gonna let Morgan, tell me what she thinks about this, and then we'll move on to the next piece.
Yeah, like the Green Lanterns. If I had to pick heroes from like the Justice League that were my particular favorite, the Green Lantern Corps is probably my favorite. Big fan of John Stewart, fellow architect, and one of my favorite characters. But I'm also not as familiar with like the costume. I mean, I assume they do something different in many different series. So I wasn't necessarily interested in like critiquing it for that. Like I think the design is kind of cool. I like how it glows. I think the glow effects in the eyes and around the ring are really powerful, but the background, I don't know if that's just making it really hard. It almost seems a little too powerful um, as an effect. And certainly like the green that's around like her face and stuff just kind of washes out a lot of the details in the face and the hair. Um, and then yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of anatomy issues. Maybe would have liked to see a little more action, but I mean, otherwise, I think they did a pretty great job. If it's an original character design or if it's based on something, obviously it's gender bent, but if the costume was kind of an original, that's a cool thing that they did.
All right, we're gonna go to the next one now. This is from Stolo. They're also from the United States. I will go as well as also let's have Pop on this one as well with me. I want to say that this is Jiren or not Jiren. I'm sorry. A Dragon Ball Z character, if I'm not mistaken. I thought the first time I thought was like what's his name? Oh man, I can't think of his name. Like he's from the original Dragon Ball Z fillers as opposed to Dragon Ball C's Super. I'm not sure if that's the same character that I'm thinking about. Maybe this is entirely different, and I'm just wigging out. But that's what I thought this was. I do, however, like the colors. I think the speed lines or the focus lines in the back. I thought that was pretty cool. It's psychedelic. It kind of reminds me of uh, like a racing scene inside of that movie. Oh man, I can't think of this movie. I'm
Speed
blanking.
Racer.
Not Speed Racer actually, yeah, would fit this. By the way, side note, Speed Racer live action movie, the best animated, the best anime live action movie in my opinion. But I'm getting off topic now. I do like. Say what?
You seen Rurouni Kenshin?
I have not. I have not.
Okay.
Maybe
You will change your mind. You will change your mind.
All right. Well, I know what I'm doing tonight.
This
Anyway, all in all, so what?
oh, I was just gonna say this character is supposed to be. People are saying in the comments it's supposed to be Hit from Dragon Ball Z Super.
Okay, all right. So, okay, I knew it was a Dragon Ball character. Okay, cool. Hit. That's who it is. Again, I unfortunately, guys, I don't watch as much anime. When it comes to Dragon Ball Z, I love Dragon Ball all the way to the end of Dragon Ball Z. I have not looked at Super just because I don't know. I don't have time. But I have heard of Hit, so I'm glad that I recognize the color scheme at least a point. But all in all, I love the fact that this is very action packed. So the line art's really cool. I like the lighting. It's a little bit too bright, if you ask me, but I mean, it still kind of works because, like I said, the speed lines are, like I don't know, they're so psychedelic that like it kind of just brings out everything. So all in all, I think this is a pretty cool piece. Also side note, I think this is a really nerdy One Piece joke, but the fact that he has the Guru Guru no Mi and he's causing an earthquake and hitting the atmosphere and cracking, I think that's pretty cool. So
I was literally gonna say that. I was gonna
Oh,
say
man.
exactly what you just said about the that fruit that
Oh, yeah.
White Beer had. But yeah, I think it's a pretty good piece. I think yeah, like you said, the light is it's like really bright. It's like one of them like iPhone like or like Instagram effects that you can do to like make something look pretty or something.
Mhm.
But I do like that like it's a really good pose. It kind of has like a JoJo kind of feel for me too, with like the lettering and like the pose and the colors a little bit. But overall, I do think it's a good piece. And I also thought it was I don't remember his name, but he was like Frieza's brother. He was like
Cooler?
mid Cooler. Yeah, Cooler. That's his name.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
You
that's what I
see,
thought it was.
now I feel dumb because Hit is right there. It's in it's right by his feet. So I mean, I don't know.
Oh, is that
Maybe I
what
was
that
just
says?
overlooking it. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's the
Oh,
name. I was overlooking it, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe as the artist, you should try to make that a little bit clearer. So
oh my
still
God, I
know if
didn't
you're
even read
listening.
that. I
But
just thought it was
also,
like action sounds. Hit, hit,
that's what I
hit,
thought it was. I
hit,
thought it
or
was just a
something. I
sound
don't know.
effect. Yeah. So. Well, there you go. That's what I thought about this piece. We're gonna go on to the next two matches. Match number 7 and matchup number 8. Matchup number 7 has Demon Sin underscore, and they are from the Philippines. We're gonna have David and Morgan talk about this. David.
Okay, yeah, I was waiting for you to say
Oh
you
yeah,
to start
sorry.
first. Yeah, that's cool. It's cool. Man, more Dragon Ball. I gotta say.
I'm sorry, man. I keep
No,
on thinking of Dragon Ball.
no, it's no problem. I can just comment on the art. I don't need to have I don't English. I don't really need to know the topic or whatever. But
The
yeah,
character.
the characters, yeah. So it looks. I like the colors. It looks like something out of the anime. Then again, I haven't really watched it. I just see it on every now and then. Um, I will say, however, that I can see this is Beerus, right? That's the name.
Yeah, I believe so. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I know that because the kid size chain. But the character standing, like the full body, I would have made that stand out from the rest of the image. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I
Um,
agree.
yeah, because it just kind of blends in too well in there. That yeah, like what is that doing there? That's what I'll say about that. That was horribly explained, but those are my thoughts.
I get you. Morgan, what do you think?
I mean, I totally got what you were saying, David, because that's pretty much the same comment I had. Yeah, it just felt like that they had two different ideas, and while both were rendered pretty well, except for maybe the hand that's Beerus's left hand on the bigger version of him, it is kind of silly that you have two of these sort of competing for the focus of the image. Like they really didn't need to be one on top of the other. Um, I do like the attempt to do the background. I like seeing the capsule core in the background, the detail that they put into that tree. But again, it's a little bit flat when you get to the ground plane, and it doesn't again make a lot of sense when you have these two different scales of Beerus in the foreground. But again, the line work's really great, the coloring's great. Just a bad choice, I think, in composition.
All right. So we're going to go off to the next one. This is from Magic Art. They are from the US. We're going to have Jackie and Pop talk about this. Jackie, what do you think?
Yeah, so I recognize these two characters are very popular aliens. I think it was a pretty neat idea to have them kind of together in this piece because you know we have one who's from like I forget, it's like some planet, it's not Earth, and then you have a character from Earth, but he's like a mutated human alien thing. um and I think that they accurately draw the characters, and I appreciate that they drew a background. um and I like how there's like the tension between the two characters, like a little story going on. Like I don't know if they're gonna fight or not, but it definitely feels like it. So great job with this. I really enjoy this piece.
All right. That planet you're thinking of was Namek. He is a
Yeah.
Namekian.
Yeah, I can't remember
uh,
stuff like that. I knew he wasn't from Earth though.
you're okay. I love Dragon Ball. I've read it several times. Pop, what do you think?
Yeah, to agree with Jack, I like the narrative. I think to me that's the like it's good to have a narrative and like sometimes in your drawings. I like this one because it's like it totally like shows off like Piccolo's attitude towards stuff like that. Like this dude is mad annoying. Like he's a teacher and he's kind of I read a little bit of the comic and he's kind of annoying. And like I could see Piccolo being like, "Yo, like what? Get out of my face! Like what are you doing? Like I don't want to fight you because you're so annoying. Like just like walk away." So I think that that's done really well. Like it's kind of like a little slapsticky. And the rendering is done pretty well. I'm not like although though like some parts it does feel a little washed out in the background, but I think it works really well to create a little bit of depth.
All right. All right. Well, we're gonna go to the last two in matchup 8. This is from Elzik. They are from Serbia. Let's have David and White talk about this one. David, what do you think?
This is more Dragon Ball, isn't it? Okay.
Oh, damn, I'm sorry. Oh my god, I did it again. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. So, yeah, I kind of like the narrative. They're playing this game, and the one bald guy with the blue, whatever, the purple. What's the word I'm looking for? Mohawk. What's his name? I should Frieza. Is that
Oh
Frieza?
yes.
Yeah. He's like smirking. I'm assuming that's according to his character, right? He's not,
Yes.
yeah, he's pretty evil, but he can't help to but enjoy the game. I don't know. I find that amusing. Um, as far as colors and everything, looks good. Perspective could use some work, but it's overall still done pretty well. There's some anatomical issues, but it's still great. I like what they're going for with the focus lines. Um, I don't know if I would have personally added those myself, but it's still a great piece.
All right. And White, what do you think?
Funny enough, these are the kind of like images that go viral. Everybody loves Dragon Ball.
Except for David. I'm sorry, man.
It's cool.
You know what? Yeah, I'm sure deep down there's still a massive respect for Dragon Ball.
Well, yeah, I assume.
For sure.
The I don't know half. I recognize like 3 of the characters here, especially Fraser. But overall, I like the narrative being told here. It's funny they're saying they're cheering "Go Frieza," but the other dude is literally like one move and he wins. But
Yep.
pretty much. But the overall piece I think is nice. I'm not a fan of the speed lines, like the black line speed line thing. Not too. I feel like if it were black and white piece, maybe it'll make more sense. But as is, if they were maybe white or maybe a little blurred, just to match the color anime vibe, I think that's more appropriate. But I mean, it doesn't ruin it for me. I think the piece is still pretty good. And the focal point here to me is actually the game, which is fine. But like I said, I think everything looks good. It's rendered well. The art's pretty good. The cell shading is pretty solid, and I like the attempt to draw these characters, put all this effort in this piece, do something in the background, so it's not just nothingness. And so, this piece gets some points for me. Good stuff.
All right, and we are on to our last one. This is from Saint Dam. They are from Mexico. I'll go me and Morgan. I'll have Morgan go first.
Yeah, I really didn't know who this character was until I saw that the name was spelled out. I guess there's like two different versions of this character, but there is an alien version in like the original series, so I guess this still works. The coloring is really, I think it's good in some places. Like you can tell, like in her skirt, they did a great job of kind of differentiating between the light and the shadow. But everywhere else, like in her skin in particular, is just way too subtle. So from a distance, it comes off very flat, and it doesn't help either that I mean, assuming that's a guitar that she's holding, they just did as a solid color. It's an interesting choice. I don't know if that was the right place to do that, or if it's something they could have done in the background. Um, but I mean, you know, um, and then I think the line work maybe could have used some more variation in some places. Again, this I think the skirt is like the best part for me, honestly. Maybe the hair. I like what they did with the little hash lines to kind of show the different strands there. It's very subtle, but it's still effective. You can tell that's what it is. Um, yeah, some of the coloring's okay, but then overall, I think it just reads very flat for me.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that, in my opinion, my favorite part is the face and the hair. It reminds me a lot of My Hero Academia, that author or artist. I would say the rest of the body, however, is it feels a little bit disconnected from that. So if you're watching this, I would definitely work a little bit more on anatomy. However, I really do like the colors. I think they stand out. They pop a lot more. This yellow guitar, agree. It's an interesting choice. I mean, maybe the purple should have had like maybe some of the detail on the guitar could have been purple, like, and also cartoonified to be really simple, but still make it look a little bit more like a guitar. Like that's probably a choice that I would have done. I also think that pick that she's holding, it blends in too well with the letters, so it's kind of difficult to see that immediately. Overall, I think this is a pretty cool piece, but there's a few choices that could have been made better to make this piece a lot better. But yeah, so there you go, guys. That is the end of round one for Saturday PM. And now we're gonna go one by one and vote for our favorites. Let's go to this first one and match up one. I believe we all know who's gonna get the vote, but I'll just say mine. It's Manga Art Adam from France. White, what do you say?
I'm not sure. Give me a minute.
So we'll circle back around. Morgan, what do you what do you think?
I'll go with Manga Art Adam.
All right, David.
I quite like the other guy. It's quite a statement piece. No artwork submitted. I'm joking.
Manga Art Adam. Got you.
Yeah.
Bob, what do you think?
Yeah, I think Manga Art really did the work.
They brought it. They submitted it. Jackie, what do you think?
Something is better than nothing. I will say that. Um, so yes, Fred voted for Manga Art Adam for this one.
Gotcha. And I'm pretty sure we know what White is going to say. We're going to move on to the next one. But first, I just want to say for G Vance illustration, I'm sorry you couldn't, submit what you had in mind. But for everybody, moving forward, just, it's all about choices. I know time management is a big thing. You only have a week to, complete it. So, I understand it's a time crunch. But, this is kind of like a pre-run of how you would act if you were in Saturday AM. So if this is your dream and you want to, one day, be on this panel, David was on in March of Madness, I assume at one point in time. I know he was in Summer of Manga, and
I lost round one.
You were only in Summer of Manga.
I was in March of Madness, but I lost round one.
See what I mean? And he lost, and he's still here. So I mean, just to let you guys know, if you guys want to, make this reality, you can be here as well. But even if not, you can still be one of the best fan artists recognized by everybody around the world. So if you win anyway. But just try to submit something, even if it's not completely finished. Just do your best, and yeah. So there you go. That's just what I had to say about it. But let's go to match up number 2. Saito Krill. From the U.S. versus She Star. Jackie, what did Fred say?
Yes. For matchup 2, Fred voted for Shashi Star. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that.
That's fine. Me too. Pop, what do you think?
Between those two, yeah, I think it's the that one, the Dragon Ball one.
All right, Saito Grill.
Yeah, that's the one.
All right, David.
Saito Crow for me.
All right, Morgan.
Saito Krill.
And White.
Shashi.
And I also will be going Shashi. We're gonna go to matchup 3 now. We have a Piggy Hammer versus Tales of Cannon. Piggy Hammer from the UK, Tales of Cannon from Italy. Jackie, what did Fred say?
Fred actually left a note for this one. Let me see what he said. For PM. Okay, so he voted for Piggy Hammer. And he said this was a tough matchup, but he would like to give Piggy Hammer the credit for having more characters.
All right, Pop.
Yeah, I don't not Piggy Hammer.
Tales of Cannon.
Yeah, Tales of Cannon.
All right, David.
Same for me, Tales of Cannon.
All right, Morgan.
Piggy Hammer.
And White.
Again, I think this is probably first or second toughest one so far. They literally look like they're one panel one and the other one is like maybe flip the page and then that's what's happening. They literally have the same character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a tough one, but man, I'm gonna close my eyes and go Piggy Hammer.
All right, I'm gonna go Tales of Cannon, and we're gonna go to the next one, matchup 4. This is from Acto Drawing from Brazil and Design Sunset from Jamaica. Let's go to Jackie for Fred. What do you say?
Okay, Fred also left a note for this matchup. He said he voted for Design Sunset. He said this was a tough matchup as well, but he thought the Design Sunset was more artistic.
All right, Pop.
Man, I think this is the toughest one because they're both have such strong like emotional impact, but in like different ways. Dang, I think that one for me, it's just like the looking at me thing with the red eyes is good.
All right, so Acto.
Yeah.
Acto Drawing. All right, David.
Like everyone said, this is the toughest one that I've seen all night. But I think the one by Design Sunset, that just looks like something that someone would just steal and sell on the Redbubble. So yeah, go for this one.
All right, Morgan, what do you think?
I would do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna mime everybody else. This is the toughest matchup. I'm gonna give it to Octo just because I feel there's a better narrative in the composition. The other one, it feels like half of the piece is missing, although it's still very beautifully rendered.
All right, White.
Yeah. This. I'm gonna give it to. Gosh, I'm gonna give it to Acto.
From Acto, all right.
I'll give it to Acto. See, he was Vegeta looking at Pop like, you better vote for me.
This definitely was the hardest one.
Got me.
This definitely was the hardest one. I'm gonna have to give it to Sunset though, just because I love the coloring on this. It looks so awesome to me. All right, matchup 5. This is T-Brow_art from the US versus the Anton Art from Costa Rica. T-Brow and the Anton Art. So we're gonna go to Jackie for Fred.
Fred voted for T-Brow.
All right, Pop.
Where are we? We're at T-Brow all the way. T-Brow.
All right, David.
Yeah, so finally the time has come. T-Brow was the one that beat me last year, so revenge.
Dang.
Everything has come full circle.
This is the reason why you got here.
This was the reason. I'm joking. I voted for T-Bro.
Nice. All right, Morgan.
T-Brow as well.
All right, White.
T-Brow. Although I see a comment is like you're not gonna make the other rounds because you're sick. That's confusing. But for this matchup, T-Brow.
I think he means that he had to forfeit last year in the second round.
Oh, can you imagine? You send DD Mark home, and then you're like, "Yeah, I'm done. That's all I needed."
I was triggered last year. I was triggered.
The ultimate shame.
Oh man. I'm gonna also go for T-Brow. I just love the way this is rendered. So, all right, we're gonna go to matchup 6. This is from Kujin from the U.S. versus Stolo, also from the U.S. We're gonna go to Jackie for Fred.
Yes. Fred left a note for this one. Let's see what he said. He voted for Stolo, and he said, although neither character is an alien, he would vote for Stolo. So I guess
Okay,
Hit is not an alien character. I don't know. But
I'm pretty positive. It's Dragon Ball.
yeah. So I think yeah, because the Green Lantern girl is not an alien. So yeah, that's what Fred said. But he voted for Stolo.
All right, Pop. What do you think?
Yeah, let's go Stolo.
All right, David.
Same for me.
Morgan.
Stolo as well, and I believe he is an alien, but I'm not a DBZ expert.
I think what
Definitely an alien.
Fred was saying is because the other one isn't an alien, he's gonna go for. I mean, that's probably that's how I, got it. But anyway, White, what do you think?
They're both I think both equally good. So it's kind of like a hair kind of toss up. I'm gonna go. Nah, I'm gonna go Stolo.
All right, I'll also go Stolo. And now we're gonna go to matchup 7. This is from Demon Sin. They are from the Philippines, and Magic Art from the U.S. Demon Sin and Magic Art. Let's go to Fred's comments.
Yes, this was the last one that Fred left a comment on. He voted for Mahik Art. He said this was a tough decision because they are almost identical, but Mahik's art has 2 distinct characters that are rendered well.
All right, Pop Sule.
Yeah, that's Mohik art. I think the other one, I think David made a comment about the other character blending in too much into it. So yeah, and you can't really tell what's going on. So Mohik art.
All right, David.
Same for me. The big green head.
All right, Piccolo. And Morgan Walker.
Yeah, don't be dissing Piccolo. Come on. Yeah, Magic Art from me as well. He's the GOAT. Come on.
Yeah, Piccolo's the best daddy of the year.
He doesn't like Dragon Ball, guys. It's fine.
I wouldn't know that.
I think he's the only daddy of the year, to be honest.
White, what do you say?
Yeah, I think the Demon Sin, if you just push Beerus away and just made some few tweaks here and there, but I think overall I'm still gonna go with Demon Sin. I'm
gonna go Magic Art or Mahik Art. I might be mispronouncing that. I'm sorry if I did. But we're gonna go to matchup 8 now. This is the last matchup in round 1, day 1. This first one is from Elzik, and they are from Serbia. And this next one is from Saint Dam, and they are from Mexico. Let's go to Fred's comments.
Fred voted for Elzek.
All right, Pop.
I'm gonna do Elzek.
All right, David.
Same for me.
Morgan
Elzek.
and White.
Elzek.
All right, and I'm also gonna go Elzik. I really like the fact that there are a lot of characters. So, all right, guys, that is the end of day one. Don't forget to vote for your favorites. You can go to our website. It's www.saturday-am.com/madness. If you go to our top website, you'll see inside of our banner it'll say March Art Madness, and that's when you can see this week's art. Again, I just want to give a shout out to Mitch Proctor. He redesigned this entire website, and it looks absolutely phenomenal. If you guys were here in previous years, then you know how much of an upgrade this is. It's pretty amazing. But before we say goodbye, I just want to talk a little bit more about everything else that we have going on. If you go to this page, you can order the trading cards. If you go to pre-order right now, it'll show you how you can get each pack. You can get an Apple Black, and Massive Multiplayer World of Ghosts. You can get the second pack if you buy Hammer and Singer, Yellow Stringer. Third pack from you can get it if you buy Saigami and Apple Black Volume 2. Just go to this website. It has a lot more information. You can get the fourth pack and the fifth pack, and you can also pre-order all of our series. We have so much coming out later on this year. So definitely just keep on visiting our website so that way you can you know get these trading cards, one to just dive into the diverse manga brand that is Saturday AM, and three, just have as much enjoyment as possible. We're bringing you a unique product that does not exist anywhere else. This is diverse manga from creators all around the world. We have characters that represent everybody, and I'm super excited to just be a part of this company, and I know that everybody here is very happy to also be doing this. So if anybody wants to say anything else, and then after that I'll wrap up. Let's go down the list. Pop, do you have any final words that you want to say to anybody?
Yeah, I just want to say, like, this is like such an amazing moment for Saturday AM and for all the creators who participated in like background, working on like the site and like management and everything, and also, all the creators, working on their comics and everything. And I'm just really appreciative of like support that that happens within the company to each other, and like that's like really beautiful, and it shows with like moments like this when we're all laughing about like Piccolo's giant head and stuff like that. So that's really great.
Yes, I totally agree. Let's go to David. Do you have any final words you want to say to anybody?
Pre-order the graphic novels. That's what I'll say.
He's a real one, guys. Morgan, any final words?
Yeah, always happy to be a part of the March Madness experience. I'm always really impressed and even inspired by a lot of the creators that step up to the challenge and spend weeks on weeks producing original fan art for the competition. I'm really proud of you guys, and I think that this is a really great year. There's great competition, so I'm really excited to see how it's going to play out, and really appreciate being able to contribute to the critiques for their work this year.
All right. She has been here ever for longer than I have, and every time we've done these March Art Madness, she's always here giving great feedback. So definitely listen to Morgan. She's awesome. Listen to everybody else here on the panel as well. I don't want to outcast anybody else, but I'm just saying Morgan's a real one. White, do you have any final words you want to say to anybody? Everybody?
I think Mark stole my line. Please support the graphic novels, not just Apple Black, but all the other books as well, and get free trading cards at the bottom.
Yes.
For those, shout out to those who've already pre-ordered. If you hit that, and you can scroll down to the bottom and put your purchase information, so you can make sure you get the trading cards, and right there at the top, it kind of tells you what books to order in order to be able to get all of the packs, to get all, to collect them all. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then, if whatever guys want to do in life, just start from, and build from there. Be prepared to do the work, and be prepared for the luck when it comes.
Yes, luck is defined as the right opportunity being met and preparedness. So keep on drawing, and eventually that time will come. Um, for everybody that wants to make this a reality. Jackie, do you have any final words? And then after you talk, I'll wrap us all up.
Yeah. I have several things that I'd like to say. First off, to reiterate what Pop said, you know, the work on this website has been a lot. I know you guys probably don't know this, but both Mitch Proctor and our helper Demetrian worked very hard on the website to put all of the 64 artworks up on the page, making sure the survey links worked. You know, communicating with us back and forth. They literally worked on this like last minute when, and they did a great job with this page. So, great job to them. And the next thing I wanted to say is, for those of you who, maybe will not move past to round two, I just want to say, be checking your emails, stick around because we may contact you. We may have selected you to win a small prize for your round one entry. I also want to say on that note, if you guys would like to participate in our next event, we are having registrations open for Summer of Manga, which will be in April. And I believe the registrations will end in April, May. So it'll end in May. But if you guys don't know what that event is about, it's basically where if you have your own comic idea or your own manga, you can submit it to us. We usually ask for a pitch, a short written description of your comic, and then a link to your artwork. But if we like what you got, we will contact you, ask you to make some pages for your comic, and then we'll publish it in our magazine. And that will run through all of summer. And if your manga does really good with our readers, then we'll reach out to you and discuss having it regularly serialized in our magazine so you can become like Dee Mark, who's now a regular artist with us at Saturday M. He participated in a Summer of Manga event, I believe, last year. And now he is a regular creator on the Saturday AM team. If you guys would like to join Saturday AM, this is a great event to do that. So again, I invite all of you guys to participate in our next event for next month. Last thing I wanted to say is for those of you who are in Team Saturday AM and Team Saturday Brunch, we're going to be having another live review show tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So tune back on the Saturday AM YouTube channel. We'll have another show for you guys to watch and enjoy. But other than that, I think you guys all did a fantastic job. Your pieces are stellar. And this is going to be a hard round for us to see who wins and who doesn't make it. So again, great job to everyone, and looking forward to seeing who all makes it to round two, which will begin on Monday. We will probably announce the winners for round one either on Sunday night or Monday morning. So just keep your eyes peeled out for that for round two. Round two officially begins on Monday. But other than that, that's about it from me. Sorry, I had a lot to say, but needed to be said.
No, you're good. You're good. Just to go over everything that everybody was saying. You guys are all awesome. I do, however, just want to talk about the website real quick. I said I was gonna show you guys that if you go to our website, you can actually press this button right here, app, and it'll go to our web app, or it'll give you a link to where you can download the app on your phone. You can either do it in the Apple Store or Google Play. So if you want to, check out some of our comics, you can do that, or you can go to Read Online, and that'll go to our web app right here. This is a pop-up to pre-order Apple Black, so you should definitely do that, as well as all these other books for sure. But right here, you get to see all of our magazines. We have even short stories from the this awesome author, Arunas. And yeah, just dive in. You get to just enjoy diverse manga. This is what we are. This is what we promote. Everybody should be represented. My mom told me a very long time ago that heaven has everybody in it, and I've always lived knowing that the best time is always when everybody gets a seat at the table and everybody gets to have fun and play. So this is why we have a community that is so open and so uh understanding of everybody's situation, and we just try our best to give you the best content that we can. So definitely check out our magazines. We have several different brands. You can also even go to Pilot Manga. You can read even more web comics. It's bringing up right here. We have Brick, Benedict Nick, the Phenomenal Brick. We have Spoon, Reaper's Ink. We have several different comics. So definitely go check it out. You can get lost for hours and just have a blast. I would also like to lastly just reiterate and say definitely go vote if you haven't already. You still have time. You can go to whatever team you want to go to, and you press vote now after you scroll down, and it'll bring you to this questionnaire, and you can fill it out. Let us know who you think should move on to the next round. Again, guys, everybody that's watched this fully, thank you so much for joining us. This is round one, day one of March Hard Madness. March Hard Madness was created by Fred because he was a huge fan of March Madness, which is a basketball tournament that's in the United States. And we wanted to just create this awesome epic tournament that could have artists from around the world, and I'm very happy that we have this going on. And I believe this is like the 8th year consecutively, if I'm not mistaken. And we're going strong. The brand has never been bigger than it is today, and I'm so happy to be right here on the ground floor. So thank you all for supporting us and watching this entire episode. And I hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Definitely tune in tomorrow for the round one, day two, when they go through Saturday brunch right here, and also Saturday afternoon. So definitely check that out right now. If you want to go check out those artworks, you could still vote, like I said. And yeah, there you go. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. Deuces.
Bye, guys.